What's up guys, today I wanted to get around to looking at the winged word sniper rifle new to Trials of Osiris in Rise of Iron. The weapon features a lot of pros for PvP, but can it stand up to the 1000 yards and the longbows that we've loved so dearly? In this video let's check out the winged word sniper and why you probably want to use it in PvP. So firstly, to get this beast, you'll need to hit 7 wins on a card in Trials of Osiris for a random chance at the drop. This weapon does not drop from the lighthouse chest, just to clarify. With that out of the way, let's take a look at the bonuses. So for the fixed ballistic options, we have linear compensator, accurized ballistics, and smooth ballistics. We'll talk about the benefits of these in a moment, but in the second column we have perfect balance or injection mold. The middle row has snapshot or hand loaded, and finally we have unflinching or life support. Stats wise, this is a 19 rate of fire versus 31 impact sniper rifle, basically in that 1000 yard class of snipers. However, with there being ballistics options, if you run linear compensator or accurized ballistics, you'll actually hit 1 more impact than the weapon versus everything else in the archetype, which doesn't sound like much, but definitely helps, primarily with res sniping, sniping supers or shielded targets, so that's a definite plus for PvP. In terms of handling, this thing feels absolutely great. You'll see the exact same scope zoom with this weapon as you will with short gaze or ambush. As you can see in this comparison, the weapon sights on this thing have ornate line work with a crosshair style scope, which I was never the biggest fan of before this weapon, but combined with the handling, it just feels really nice to use. It's worth bearing in mind that this is also coming from me. I've barely sniped in PvP for the past 2 or 3 months, which must say something at least. This particular scope highlights targets as well, which can come in pretty handy for both general tracking, but also seeing through things like smoke grenades or disruptive AoE effects. The winged word has a base aim assist of 59, which is a little lower than a short gaze 1000 yard stare will be, or especially a longbow or something, but since aim assist has been affected on so many weapons in this class of snipers, it shouldn't be the biggest deal in the world. If you have a god roll longbow or 1000 yard stare, you may prefer that over this, but this is still a very solid sniper option because of some of the other attributes that you get with this weapon. Having that tiny bit of extra impact really helps if you hit the body and then switch to the primary. You do a lot of body shot damage with this weapon, and if you set it up correctly, it can be very snappy when switching between weapons, which feels really fluid. Let's talk about the setups that you'll probably want to use to achieve this snappiness among other things. So a few people said that ballistics options will actually change the zoom factor on this weapon, which doesn't seem to be the case. Linear compensator and accurized ballistics do have a faster ADS time by a couple of frames, so literally either of those is the better option over smooth ballistics. And on top of this, smooth ballistics will also take away that 1 extra impact that you get with this weapon. In the first column, injection mold also gives you faster handling, so that actually helps you quite a lot with ADS time, which if you stack alongside snapshot in the middle will give you a very impressive ADS time and some relatively lightning fast handling. Finally, you have options of unflinching or life support in the final column, which is kind of a personal choice, but with the way that flinch affects snipers right now, I found that unflinching is really not very noticeable at the moment, so you may as well go with life support, since it can be great when versing multiple targets. If you get bodied challenging a sniper but make the kill, you'll see life support proc a fair amount, and it can really help you keep in the fight. On the whole, this is a fantastic PvP sniper, feels really nice to use, and it's a bit of a switch up from the other weapons we've spent most of our time with. The unique scope and impact class, as well as the weapon model, just makes it a somewhat refreshing PvP sniping experience, especially at a time where snipers have suffered quite a bit in the PvP meta. So there you go guys, just a quick look at the winged word sniper, an absolute beast inside of Rise of Iron. So let me know in the comments if you're still sniping regularly. Have you tried this thing out? Do you prefer some of the really great rolls that you probably have on 1000 yards or longbows by now? Let me know down below. But if you have enjoyed the video, a thumbs up is always super appreciated guys. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe to keep up to date with a lot of Destiny and Rise of Iron content. For now though, you guys have an awesome day.